terrible Wii U sales. What does this mean for Nintendo? You better turn down your speakers because it's about to get loud. I'm Fringy123 and welcome to the very first episode of a show that I like to call Casual Friday. What is Casual Friday, you might ask? Or maybe you won't, because you might not even be watching this video. But Casual Friday is a new show that I've started where I am going to rant about something in the gaming industry. Sometimes it can be a new piece of news, other times it's just what's on my mind. Now, I gotta go through a couple of things. This is just my opinion. However, I'm pretty sure I'm right all the time, so yeah, just take that into consideration. Also, I am welcoming to feedback, and I'm welcoming to suggestions. If you have a suggestion for something you'd like to want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. I'll talk about it in the next episode. This show is going to be on every single Friday, so you can get home from a long week at work, school, sit down, and hopefully have a laugh or two as you listen to an angry guy on the internet rant about something. Isn't that original? Now, according to The Guardian, Wii U sales have fallen. Nintendo is positive, but I don't know why. In the last 3 months, the Wii U has only sold 160,000 units. 160,000 units. Let me give you a bit of background on sales. The 3DS sells better than the Wii U in 1 week than the Wii U sold in 3 months. And there are so many reasons why this is happening. Wrong with Nintendo, but I have a couple of... Well, actually, that's an understatement. I've got hundreds of reasons why the Wii U is failing. And this is indeed failing, alright? But I can't go through all of them, so I'm going to go through what I consider to be the big ones. The first reason why the Wii U is failing, and this is the biggest one, there are no games on the Wii U. Think about the launch lineup. Honestly, one of the worst launch lineups there's been. There were only a couple of good games, being New Super Mario Bros. U and Scribblenauts. That was essentially all the good launch titles. And since then, they haven't had a major release. The most recent major release was Pikmin 3. That only happened a couple of weeks ago in Japan. It's been 10 months nearly, 8 months, since the Wii U launched, and they've only had one real good exclusive that they have to show for it. It's atrocious. It is a really terrible way to utilize the first year of the cycle for this console. This console had the advantage. It came out a year before the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And instead of Nintendo taking advantage of this, they sat there with their thumbs up their asses, not utilizing the time. It's crazy. What are they thinking? They had the entire market to themselves. The entire market, and yet they've released nothing. It'll be about a year, pretty much until November, before we get to see the real strong Nintendo games. By then, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be out. And they have more appeal for another important reason regarding games. This is the second reason why the Wii U is not selling. The third-party support on this is god-awful. It's terrible. Now, we know Nintendo's had awful third-party support pretty much since Nintendo 64. But they got to change, and I'll get into that later. But look at the third-party support on this thing. All of the third-party games that are really coming out are current-gen games that you can already get on your current system, your 360 or PS3, which you already have, and they're botched at that. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U doesn't get the DLC at all. For the same price, with no DLC. Oh, that's a hard decision to make, which one I want to buy. It's crazy. Nintendo needs to get third-party support back, otherwise they're going to be up shit creek. Think about it this way. Look at the next gen consoles that are coming out. How many exclusives are you actually excited for? On the Xbox One, the exclusive that I think is cool is Halo. And on the PlayStation 4, the only exclusive I know I'm going to buy is Infamous Second Son. The rest, I don't care. It's all about the multiplats. Like Watch Dogs, which is coming to the Wii U, but what kind of decision is it for someone? How hard is it for them to say, do I pay an extra $50 to get the PlayStation 4 and get the superior version of Watch Dogs? Or get it on the Wii U? It's not a hard choice, is it? It's not a hard choice. Now, the third reason why the Wii U is failing is because of the actual hardware. Now, I'm not talking mainly about the specs, though those are holding the Wii U back. Because if you think about it this way, think back about 2005 when the Xbox 360 launched. The Xbox 360 launched with Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 2 was only available on PC and 360. You couldn't get Call of Duty 2 on a PlayStation 2. It wasn't capable of running it. The fact that the Wii U is playing a current gen game and they're launching it as if it's a really big next gen title, that's not how it works. Look at Super Smash Bros. 4. No graphical increase on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's crazy. There's barely any graphical improvement. Now, I'm not going to say it's weaker than the 360 because there's no way. It's more powerful. But for $50 less, in the US at least, than the PS4, it's not a hard choice for what someone's going to go for. And the other part about the hardware is the gamepad. The gamepad, I honestly don't care. And I think a lot of people really don't care. It's not like the DS where the second screen is going to be handy. I feel like the gamepad is gimmicky. How is it going to work with 4 players? Asymmetrical multiplayer is not fun. People like to be even. They like to have even playing ground, not one person with the major advantage having the gamepad. Another reason why the Wii U is failing is there are no ads. I remember way back in about 2007, the year after the Wii U had launched. Pretty much, with that, there were ads all the time. I live in Australia, so you see less game ads on the whole, but there were a lot of Wii ads. Nobody here even knows about the Wii U. Nobody does. Everybody knows about the Wii. People don't know about the Wii U. The only people who know about it are the hardcore gamers. But that leads into the next reason why the Wii U is not selling. Nintendo has neglected the hardcore gamers. Think about the Wii. The best-selling games on that were things like Wii Sports Resort, and pretty much all the Mario, all the Mario and Zelda games. That was it. A lot of those were casual games that appealed to like grandmas and soccer mums who just wanted to have a quick dick-around game and move on with their day. But now, with tablets, Nintendo has lost that market. So really, all they have left are the hardcore gamers. And with the inferior hardware and the lack of third-party support, they're fucked in that category. Now, this leads into what I would consider one of the main reasons why the Wii U is failing, alongside the first reason. And this is less about the Wii U, but more about Nintendo in general. And that's Nintendo's image. When people think of Nintendo, they don't think what Nintendo needs them to think. I'll give you an anecdote. I bought a 3DS because of Super Smash Bros. 4 and Pokemon X and Y. So I bought that, and a lot of people said, "Aren't you a little old for that?" That's Nintendo's problem. They've been a kiddie brand since Mortal Kombat on the SNES. They need to change their image because, unfortunately, kids aren't playing kid games anymore. Most kids are playing COD. You hear them all the time, the 10-year-olds. They're not playing Mario anymore. I love the Mario games, and the Zelda games are good too. Metroid and all those. But you can't rely on simply those. And Nintendo is a kiddie brand when most people think of it. And for the most part, they're right. Where are the hardcore games? Where is the support for those games? Where is the support for people like me who want more than just the Nintendo things? I don't want to go out and buy a console simply for the Nintendo games. I want more than that. And while Nintendo has been surviving based off nostalgia for a lot of people, because the average gamer age is older now, that isn't going to last. Because if you look at a person like me, who's in the key 13 to 18 demographic pretty much, most of my childhood memories were on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2, playing games like Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank. And while I did play Mario, there were a lot of people who didn't play Mario as much. They didn't have a GameCube like I did, or they may not have had a Nintendo 64. So where's the nostalgia factor for them? They're not going to be feeling nostalgia for the freaking Nintendo consoles like some of these people are. Like, people are buying an Xbox One just for Killer Instinct. There's not that nostalgia factor. And a lot of those people have grown up. So where am I to go, Nintendo? You only supply for a small demographic. If you look at games on the PlayStation, they've got the kid games. Like, even as a launch title, they've got Knack, which is a kid's game. But they have the games for the hardcore audience. They have the Killzone. And they have the racing games. And they have the third-party support. So does the Xbox One. So where are you, Nintendo? Mario and Zelda are not enough to carry the burden of getting a dust-collecting piece of shit. They just aren't. And you need to change your image now, before you're going to be up shit creek. And I swear to God, man, I don't want Nintendo to turn into Sega, but it's starting to look that way. Now, I know they've got more money than Sega did, but fuck me, man, they're on the way. This is like the Sega Saturn. The Wii U is the Sega Saturn. Next one's a Dreamcast, and then they're done. And it's really depressing. I don't want to see Nintendo go away. And thank you for watching the first episode of Casual Friday. I'm going to keep this show going on Fridays, because Fridays tend to be a good night to just sit back and listen and just have a laugh. And I hope that you were entertained by this video. Now, I have a couple of other announcements that I'm going to make before you go, pretty much about my channel. So, I've decided that after about the last 3 months of making, you know, average to below average videos, I wanted to kind of get structure. I didn't want there to be any ums and ahs. I wanted to improve my tone of voice, and I just wanted to improve the content that I'm making and have it more structured. And that's what I'm intending to do. So Casual Friday was my first show that is going to be on every week. Every single Friday, I'm going to do a Casual Friday. There might be a couple of times where I have to miss it because I got shit to do, but I'm going to try and keep it maintained because I enjoy doing these videos. And I prefer to have it less scattered like I have been recently with my videos, where I'm just talking about random shit. I want it to be structured. I'm also going to bring back a couple of other shows that have been on hiatus for a while, and I've got a couple of ideas floating around. So the one that I'm going to discuss now is I'm bringing back MOBA Monday, because I enjoy playing League of Legends a lot, and so I do want to keep MOBA Monday coming in. So I'm going to get MOBA Monday starting back on Monday. Remember that because I live in Australia, it might be coming out on Sunday for some of you guys, but you know, whatever. I want to have it this structure, and I will probably announce the next show that I'm going to be doing with that episode of MOBA Monday, because I have a couple of show ideas floating around, and I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to do. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and make sure, if you enjoyed, to give a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot, and trust me, it does make my day when I see that someone has found some entertainment out of my video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.